A national action plan against racism has been approved in South Africa. More than 500 race-related complaints were received there just in the period 2015-2016. Apartheid ended more than 2 decades ago, but South Africa is still struggling with the problem of racism. Meanwhile, the leader of the country's far-left Economic Freedom Fighters Party has caused controversy by saying that the white population should become domestic workers in black households.
I don't want blacks to work for whites. I want you to work for yourselves, and white people will work for you. That will be true freedom. You must teach them how to carry babies on their back. They must feel what our parents have been feeling. We're not calling for white people to be killed, but for white people to be our domestic workers.
Julius Malema was expelled from the African National Congress back in 2012 for sowing divisions within the party. He went on to found the Economic Freedom Fighters, a political party which follows Marxist ideology and which is currently the third largest in both houses of parliament. Over the years, Malema has stirred national debate with his views on race and class. He's been found guilty twice of hate speech and incitement to violence against white people. White people represent 9% of South Africa's populations, but they own more than 70% of private farmland. Efforts to reclaim much of that land without compensation have been launched by the government. Our guests debated the situation in the country, including Julius Malema's controversial remarks.
His comments still, I think, do hold certain underlying feelings of negativity towards white people, and I do believe that Mr. Malema, he does have negative intentions towards the white people in South Africa.
We want to obliterate, we want to end completely the system which is constructed today of white people on top and oppressing and exploiting black people. We want to end that system so that South Africa is in the hands of the black majority. We construct a new society which takes care of black people without oppressing white people. In fact, white people can even leave if they want to.
The general ideology of Julius Malema, wherein he likes to try and create this sort of clash between races in South Africa in order to gain petty political points.
South Africa is a white-dominated country. 35,000 white families own 80% of the land. We don't own this country. As I speak to you as a black person in South Africa, I own nothing. I am, in fact, I think a tenant. White people own still everything. Therefore, there is a legitimate reason for black people to be unhappy about a white presence, white oppression.
The government, it gives them opportunities. Through the black economic empowerment, it gives them opportunities. It incentivizes businesses to hire them in higher positions. It is easier for them to enter into higher education, into universities. The idea that they are forced into lower positions is ridiculous. The system in South Africa is not a white supremacist system. It is not a white-dominated system. The government is a black majority government. This is a simple fact. You cannot deny it. Majority of parliament members are black.
This is the typical white South African thinking, which is deny, erase. By the way, people like him in South Africa even deny that apartheid was a crime against humanity. But let's deal with the facts of South Africa today. It is true parliament is black, but we can't even make laws that says we must take the land. Even these politicians controlled by money. Who has money in South Africa? Whites. They control these politicians. They actually we know all the politicians in parliament are being sponsored by white people. White people who have land. As a consequence, our parliament, whilst it looks black, is controlled by white money. It can't make laws to serve our interests. Why?